Hey guys, welcome back to Jet Fuel. Today I'm going to teach you how to make the perfect restaurant salad. I'm going to teach you how to make the perfect vinaigrette or citronette, and I'm going to teach you how to build the perfect salad. And the secret is a green, a grain, a fruit, a nut, and an herb. And I know that you're going to call this the bowl, but calm down. If you take the tips, that's the herb. So I'm calling that an herb and you can't do anything about it. So the magic ratio here to make the perfect dressing is 3-to-1. Remember, 1 part acid, 3 part olive oil, and then we'll just kind of make it fancy in the middle. So today we're gonna build a citronette instead of a vinaigrette. If you're gonna do a vinaigrette, just substitute all our citrus for your favorite vinegar. So I'm using lemon, and I wanted to make a tangerine citronette, but what we know about tangerines is they have a lot of sugar. So I want a nice acidic dressing, so I'm gonna back up the tangerines with lemon. And lemon is always a great acid to make just about any salad. And Pixie tangerines are in season right now. They're really easy to peel. They have a really great sugar content and amazing flavor. And to make our citronette, I'm gonna throw them right in. I'm not gonna bother juicing them because I want that pulp. So the citrus is in. I'm gonna do 3 parts oil now. And I'm using olive oil, which is kind of the traditional oil, but you can get fancy and use like walnut oils or even use a low flavor oil like canola oil if you want, but I really want the flavor of olive oil for this dressing. Now to make this an emulsion, if you want this to stabilize, my favorite ingredient would be a little bit of mustard, and I'm using a little Dijon mustard here. And don't forget, you need to season everything. It's so important to season every step, and I'm doing a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And to give it a little interest, I want the sweetness from honey. Because I'm putting beets in here, I really love that flavor of beets and honey together. Now remember, most important thing is taste as you go. So I want to make sure to taste this dressing before I serve it. So what I'm tasting for is a really nice acid punch, a little sweetness behind it, and all those fun supporting flavors like mustard and honey right under it. This is a really delicious dressing. So roasting beets at home kind of sucks. I mean, it takes a long time. It's not very easy to do. So I really like buying these because you're not really losing anything. They're already pre-cooked and they're actually perfect, ready to use. Now, another good tip is when you're putting beets in the salad, I like to marinate them, and it really pops the flavor of the beet and it really kind of marries everything together. So taking your citronette, just run them over your beets. It's gonna marry extremely well and tie all the flavors together when you're assembling the salad. Perfect. So now I can assemble the salad. So remember my little saying when it comes to salad. A green, a grain, a fruit, a nut, and an herb. And you're always gonna build a phenomenal salad. And the base is gonna be your green, of course. I'm using arugula today, but it can be any green that's either in season or one you love. Spinach, lettuce, whatever you want. So my grain today is gonna be lentils. I mean, packed with nutrients, and I'm buying them ready to go, which I really love. So I'm using hazelnuts today, but you can use any nuts, like cashews, you can use almonds, and my fruit, I'm going back to those Ojai pixies because they are in season and because they're in the dressing. They make a lot of sense for me. And as my herb, I'm actually using the bulb part of fennel. Always remember to leave a little bit of product to garnish with, because you know, when you're finishing that plate, you want that kind of pretty top to remind people what's actually in the salad. Remember, season every single step, using a little salt, a little pepper. And I'm gonna use a little of my dressing here. Not too much, just enough to kind of coat all sides. And then I'm gonna just toss the salad together. Just get really nice coverage. You wanna make sure not to wilt or damage or crush any of the items that are in there. And plate, it's all about height. Try to build the pyramid. So get it into the bowl and then foof it up. Now let's dress this guy up. Now the Pixie tangerines are in the dressing, so I'm gonna make sure to have some tangerine segments around. And I'm kind of like all about odd numbers. I don't want even numbers because your eye kind of gets drawn into, well, there's 4 on there, and it kind of pulls your eyes to any kind of symmetrical imperfection. So odd numbers are always your friend there. A little bit of the nuts, a little bit of the lentils. Remember, everything that's in there can go right on top to remind your diner what's happening in there. And lastly, I just want to finish off with those beets that we have marinating. And you can drain them off as much or as little as you want. But again, you know, odd numbers are my favorite. This is a pretty healthy salad, so I put 5 to 7 pieces around here for sure. Delicious! That's my voice when I get really hungry. It goes up about 2 octaves. So there you have it. With a few simple steps, you can make the perfect restaurant salad at home. Remember, it's all about the citronette or vinaigrette, which is 3-to-1. And if you remember our little green grain fruit nut herb, you're gonna have perfect salad every time. Now, if you like that video, we have a ton more in the Jet Fuel universe. Click around, let us know how you're doing, and we'll see you next time on Jet Fuel.